Happy Wednesday, Ken.
Oh man, I thought it was still Monday.
I know. I said Monday earlier, but we are early, so it could be a good sign.
It could be a good sign for
Here we
sure.
go. Punch it, Chewy.
I've been running scams on the street since I was 10. I've been running scams on the street since I was 10.
Hey, hey, Mike, what do you see? A Falcon that inflates for free. Hey, hey, Ken, what's the drill? Blue milk sipping gives me a thrill. The inflatable Falcon takes the flight. George Lucas dreams in the starry night. Costume shop, we're dressed to play. Let's blast off into the fray. Left, right, left, we're marching through. Cosplay helmets and a saber or two. Hey, hey, Mike, what's the plan? To nerd out harder than anyone can. The inflatable Falcon takes the flight. George Lucas dreams in the starry night. Costume shop, we're dressed to play. Let's blast off into the fray. So grab your gear and join the crew. Mike and Ken got a show for you. Laughs and stars and a galaxy far. The Falcon's ready, let's raise the bar. Hey! 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 Hey, hey, Mike, what do you see? A Falcon that inflates for free. Hey, hey, Ken, what's the drill? Blue milk sipping gives me a thrill. The inflatable Falcon takes the flight. George Lucas dreams in the starry night. Costume shop, we're dressed to play. Let's blast off into the fray. Hey! Hey! Left, right, left, we're marching through. Cosplay helmets and a saber or two. Hey, hey, Mike, what's the plan? To nerd out harder than anyone can. The inflatable Falcon takes the flight. George Lucas dreams in the starry night. Costume shop, we're dressed to play. Let's blast off into the fray. So grab your gear and join the crew. Mike and Ken got a show for you. Laughs and stars and a galaxy.
There we go. We already got a chat. Oh man, I gotta
Loving
make
it.
this. I gotta make those bigger.
We gotta start coming up with like I don't know, like a ribbon, gold star, or something for the folks that keep coming back.
Right. I gotta make it
Badges.
bigger. Ah, there we
Yeah.
go. It's Spartan. There we go. Let
Good
me
to see
see.
you, my friend.
Yeah, good to see you. Ken, how's your week been going this week?
It's been going. I can say it hasn't been going great. Yesterday I wasn't feeling all that well. Monday I had to teach, and in the middle of teaching, my voice would crack and then yesterday I felt like what was the phrase that they used in Lord of the Rings? Like too much butter spread over not enough bread or something like that, or not
Oh,
enough
okay.
butter spread over bread. I was really thin, really worn out, so I took the day off from work and stayed home.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I can understand that. I
How
can
about you?
understand.
Hopefully you're feeling okay.
Yeah, I'm good. My voice is a little cracky, but I think it's just allergies or grass or whatever.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, it's a weird week for working in middle school. all the kids think it's almost summer, and we still got a month and a half. So, um, that's but yeah. But the next, I would say the next 2 weeks is going to be a Star Wars filled.
No, it's gonna be like the next month, my friend.
Well, right, but I mean the next the next month, but at least the next 2 weeks are going to be kind of busy. Like right now, I got a lot to do. So before we start, Ken, where can people find you on?
Well, thankfully, Wednesday nights they can find me here in the co-pilot seat with you on the inflatable Falcon because we don't have a real one. Every once in a while, you can find me sitting around the Dejeric table with the guys from Bantha Milk Podcast, or I'm bounty hunting across the galaxy with our buddy Todd, and I got my own little show called The Rambling Star Wars Fan, and I recently changed my Instagram handle to be the Rambling Star Wars Fan with underscores under each of those spaces. And I know you've got a bunch of stuff going on.
So yeah, so I have 501st Cast, which we just recorded the May 5th episode this past weekend. I have Zoe's Star Wars Geek Girl. They just are running into scheduling. It seems like since they're on the same coast to be easier, but they run into scheduling issues. And then you have me here at the good old Flash and Inflatable Falcon every Wednesday, most of the
And
time.
is this the 200th or is next week the 200th?
Oh my goodness! Now you're making me hang on.
Yeah.
I kept this one window open because I you know what? I thought one of us is going to wonder what episode this is. And now you know what? I can't even remember if I put up last week's episode. Now that I think about it, I might not have.
Well,
Let me
it's just
see.
Saj Ventress in me wanting to know these details.
Yes. That she used to scare the crap out of Safi. So let's see.
Well, especially the Jendi version of her, because I don't know if she had pupils. I think her eyes were just white.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, so she was like very ghosty.
95, 96. So I think we're on 198.
Okay.
198, I think.
Okay.
Wait a minute. This was published 4/13. Yeah, so 198. We're on 198. Yeah. So with the good weather, and did you get any costuming done this weekend?
I did some. I ended up finding my flight suit that I want to use for my custom kit. I'm going to use the cosplay Sky Din
Yeah.
Djarin.
Yeah, that's a cosplay Sky makes some really good ones. I mean,
Yeah.
like I think it was I forget who told me about the cosplay Sky years ago.
Justin or
Yeah,
Jordan.
Justin Sonfeld. Yeah, the head of the 501st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thanks to Todd for telling us which episode is going to be our 200th. So it'll be the week of May 4th.
All right. Yeah, we
couldn't
planned
have
that
planned
out.
it any
We
better.
planned that out. We planned that all the way.
Yeah.
If anyone has watched any of this show, you know that's 100% not true.
We didn't even plan out the last 20 minutes, let alone
Right.
200 episodes.
So you got your flight suit?
Yeah, the only thing that I'm not that excited about is the what they consider the vest. I mean, it's a nice vest. The only thing is the shoulder straps are really thin. They're really narrow.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how I'm going to connect my shoulder belts to that. So what I might do, I have a couple. They're called plate holders. They use them for actual bulletproof vests. You put them
Right.
in them.
Right.
I'll use one of those in addition to the cosplay Sky flight suit.
Oh, okay.
But we'll see how all the pieces come together.
Yeah. Now, what size did you get in cosplay Sky?
Like 2 sizes larger than I needed it to be.
Yeah, because I know at one point I ordered one of those and I wound up selling it because I ordered which I thought was going to be way big and it was not way big. So yeah, but the cosplay Sky stuff is nice.
Yeah, I love the fact that this one has the thread is a different color than the actual material, so
nice.
you can see the stitchings. It looks really nice. I think it looks nice.
Well, there we go. We got Starkiller Garrison in the house too, Anthony.
Man, 4 folks already on tap. This is
right. We got we apparently there's 8 people watching us, so I don't know how that's good for us. Any other costuming other than digging out your flight suit?
I did a little bit more research. I'm a little bit closer to picking making my final decision for that little costume contest that Todd and I are working on
Nice.
for Halloween.
Every time you talk about that, I picture a thermometer with the, and they have fun.
So at this point, I'm just past the bulb.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
almost in the vertical portion.
All right. Cool. Cool.
And with the warm weather, what kind of costuming stuff did you work on?
So Saturday was really good. We had rain here Sunday. So I sprayed. I'm working on these 5 Mandos. Some of them, the weather screwed me up. I had some. Oh yeah, cosplay. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I did. So I got some. I got some mess ups on it, but I think they're just going to be damaged because I keep having to remind myself that these kits are going to be seen for probably less than 5 minutes, and they'll probably never be seen again. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, they might be, but
Maybe.
I'm giving them to the students.
Yeah.
The kits. So I'm not like there's print lines that are. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, you know
Well,
what? No,
in addition to the television newscast that you're doing, do you have like yearbook or like a print media, like a magazine or a newsletter or anything for the
the
school?
problem is our yearbook had to be submitted last year or last week for this year. Like
Oh,
they have to, so well. I mean, the one girl is a big Star Wars fan, so she will. I'm sure she will do stuff with it and make it better. They're all, but they're all coming around. I got one kit is probably 90% painted. Well, 2 kits, 2 of the 5 are 90% painted. One helmet is done. I just graphited the whole thing. Like
okay.
just I painted jet black and that and I'm just gonna go through. I'm gonna probably clear coat it so it'll dull it a little bit, and then I'm just gonna go through any mess ups that I see. I'm gonna hit them with a gray and silver paint pen, just make
Okay.
some battle damage and stuff. Um, I forego the stalks for the boys, the male helmets because I was like these are gonna get broken off just in me transporting 5 kits. So the girls have the stalk on. The 2 girl kits have the stalks on them. I'll have to bring them down next week. But I tried something. I don't know if it's going to work. I painted the one in all jet black, and then I had the one girl likes blue, so I took and sprayed like the cheek and half of the face with blue, and then I just let it go, and then I'm going to graphite it and see if the graphite looks different over the blue.
It will. I just don't know how drastically different. 'Cause
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to
I've
see.
seen
It
some
could,
tests where they've done um, graphite over white, graphite over silver, graphite
yeah.
over black.
Well, what I might do is maybe I might just graphite the edges and let the blue shine through, so it looks like a blue pattern. So
Yeah.
it's like I said, I would have done things differently. I think if I thought about it, but just because of having to print them all and the weather, like it was like winter up until like last week, 2 weeks ago. They're coming around. And then the other thing I found, which probably other people know about this, but I found this file on Thingiverse, and it goes inside your gauntlet, and you pull this out, and you have half of them get glued to one side and half get glued to the other. And you just run the pin through it, and it locks them in. And it has, so if you have the kind of gauntlets that kind of can be adjustable, you can do adjustable as well. So
Nice.
we'll see. I'll have a feedback on how it works. I think I'm just going to use belting as a hinge. Put a thick 4-inch wide piece of belting on and use that as the inside hinge for them. Again, these are going to be worn once, and then they can upgrade and do whatever, So there's all different mindsets on the kids getting the armor. The one
Nice.
girl is over the girl who knows what it is was super excited.
Oh,
And
so you did tell them.
yeah, I showed them because they eat lunch in my room some days, and they saw stuff on the printer, and they saw a helmet the one time, and I didn't want them to think I was like printing my personal stuff on school printers. So I I told them what
So
we were
I
doing.
just found out this week. So I'm I'm part of a multi-state business. There's some parts of our company that are in Pennsylvania, some parts of our company in New Jersey, and I just found out that the Pennsylvania side of things actually has made contact. I'm going to guess with Garrison Carita and maybe
Yeah.
the Maviola clan. They're having costumed performers show up at in Lehigh Valley on
Uh,
May 4th.
oh, that's cool. Oh, for a hospital visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I saw. I never thought of them being connected with you. Yeah, I saw that troop. No, but you know what? We know a guy with a DeLorean, so that would work out really well.
Well, there have been people who've cosplayed as Vader, Spock
Oh
Vader.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I have
So,
one of those suits. I have one of those suits.
oh, really? That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. Yeah, I saw that troop. I just can't. The problem is I can't take off. Like, I wish somehow I could like get the day off May the 4th and actually take to do the hospital visits and stuff.
Yeah, I'm teaching that day, and I'm thinking about going dressed as Kylo Ren.
There you go.
Because the first time I did it, the first time I taught as on May the 4th, I was dressed as a Jedi,
Nice. Well,
and
yeah.
that's what actually dressing as a Jedi is what got you and me together to cosplay at that
Oh, at the
costume
wedding.
for the wedding.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to take a bad helmet and smash it up in the elevator when you're going down at the end of the day.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm so frustrated
Yeah.
at staff meeting,
Yeah. Well, you might do that for real, depending on how the training goes.
depending on the day.
So, yeah, so that's cool. That's all I got right now. I don't have any troops set up for the May the 4th weekend. I was going to try a free comic book day troop, but you and I's plans changed dramatically since we last spoke. So, you, me,
Marcus,
Marcus, Andy Wolf, and Slender Spartan are going to the, I guess it's a con, or they're calling it a con, right?
yes,
Galacticon.
Galacticon.
We got invited to Galacticon, and then we get to stay for the concert. So, and we get to be part of the show, and we get to judge the costume contest. So, and my cousin Craig's coming, so he's the outlier that has never Star Wars costumed, as far as I know. I mean, he might have.
Yeah, so we gotta find out how many other folks are going to be going on May the 2nd. Is it pronounced Lilith's? Or
Lidditz.
Lidditz.
Oh yeah, Matt, the radar technician. That would be cool. So that the original vest he used was I think it was a South African ammo vest. It was an orange vest. And when that show first came out, I priced them and they were like $29. Within a month, you couldn't find the originals for under 100, for Matt the radar technician.
Well, it's like over the pandemic when the 3M welding visors
Oh
became
yeah,
a
yeah.
hot commodity, and everyone was
Yeah.
not everyone, but lots of people were 3D printing stuff and using the welding visor for
Yeah.
the shield,
Yeah.
the welding shield for the T visor. So
Let me see. It's been months since there's Coach Vader's here too. Yeah, I haven't trooped since you and me, Ken. That's the last time I trooped, I think.
January.
Yeah, that's the last time I trooped. So I
Now
have
here's
to
a
get
goofy question: will this count as a troop or no?
This will not. This is not a
It's not
501st. This is not a 501st event. Mando Mercs it could be, but the event. That's why I'm wearing my Sand Trooper, so no one thinks I'm going there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man, it's pretty cool. I'm glad you can make it. So, we have, like I said, we have 6 people we're taking. It was just nice of them to ask. They probably could have got a troop out of it, but they probably asked too late. Anyone on the command staff of any of the costuming groups will tell you that that's always what happens. I have not got my TD photos done for submission yet. Well, coaches. Oh, I was thinking. See, now, Coach, good. I don't feel bad being January now. So, that's where trooping. I know some people don't join the groups. That's whatever. But the one nice thing about trooping, I feel, is you're a trooper no matter you troop once a year or once a weekend. And for the most part, I think all the costuming groups understand that, because depending on where you are in your life, where you are, like there are times where I used to troop 2 times a weekend for months on end. And there were times where I just barely got my one troop in for the year over the course of,
Yes,
you know,
very true.
19 years, I guess I've been trooping.
Well, I can't talk about that long.
So yeah, so I mean that's and all the troopers will tell you it's because it's the troopers that stick with it, because I've seen guys burn themselves out where they join and they just got to troop, and then it if you do it like that, you can disrupt the rest of your life, and then it doesn't last long. If you're neglecting your real world duties, you're not in it for the long haul. And I was always in it for the long haul.
Well, the other piece to that is sometimes, just like with anything else, if you invest an imbalanced amount of time in it, you can get to that place where it's no longer fun.
Yeah.
And so you show up at the event dragging your tote like, oh, another troop. Like, yes, it's another troop. It's another chance, another opportunity to see people you've never seen before. And
Yep.
you know,
Well, and if you encourage the people to just do one, or you encourage the people to do like, then you get a community. If you're the people that poo-poo the people that can only do one, that doesn't build a community of costumers and stuff. So yeah, Anthony, I know I got to get my sand trooper done, and I will tell you exactly what is holding me back. I want my sand trooper to have a backpack, and I know in the scheme of things, it's going to take me forever to get that thing done. But like that's my, which I know I shouldn't, but hopefully we'll get some good pictures of all of us this May the 2nd, and
yes.
and maybe it'll change my mind to get my uh pictures done. Yeah, we are procrastinators.
See, I don't know if we're procrastinators or easily distracted,
Well, that's probably more. You're probably right with that.
because here's one of my problems. I'll start working on a thing, whatever the thing is. Let's say it's my gauntlets. As I'm working on that, I can't do everything all at once. So let's say I've put a layer of paint on them. Now I have some spare time, so I'm going to do something else. And next thing you know, I'm doing 6 other things, and my gauntlets still aren't done.
Well, and see, for me, I can, if my kids need something done, I can bang out for my own kids or even my students. I can bang out stuff quick, you know. And then when it comes to me, I'm always just like, let me work on this or that. So
Yeah, because I mean, we could fill in the list of things that we haven't finished yet. So I'm still working on my post imperial. I got my Tuscan that's in various stages of complete. I've got a director Krennic. You've got Vader and the Sand Trooper. So there's all these other, plus I know that you had various pieces put together for a Tuscan.
yeah.
Yeah,
I have a couple Tuscans in the garage. I need to have it. You know what we need to do is have a Tuscan rifle day, because I have all those
yeah,
rifles cut. We just make the long camel rifles.
yeah.
But well, and the same with our podcast. So let's talk a little bit about our other podcasts here. Because like I as the 501st cast that I'm on, and I'm having a blast doing it. What encourages me to do the podcast, what encourages me to like build, like Anthony keep reminding me to get my pictures done, like that kind of stuff tries to motivate me to get more done. You're same way, you know what I mean? Like I think you and I talking every week has helped me make my list a little less and focused me slightly better. Like
Yeah.
now with all the popcorn buckets and stuff coming out, if this was years ago, I'd just be buying them up. Now I'm like, well, that's money I could be using on my costume, or that's, you know what I mean? And that's more space. I could have another helmet sitting.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a pin in the popcorn buckets because I definitely want to come back and talk about that for
Yeah.
sure. Or actually, not even that, but those,
Yeah.
because we're talking popcorn buckets plural with a
Yes.
Z.
Yeah.
because there's so many of them.
But
Um,
you know, like I'm looking forward to like right now I'm looking forward to us, the Galactic Empire. Like I'm excited. I'm not 100% sure if Grant knows who I am because I got stuff from them on TikTok because of I promoted their stuff on TikTok. They sent me a bunch of stuff. I helped with their costumes years ago. I don't know if he knows who I am, you know, because I'm more of like I think I'm more of like like just a person in the background.
I don't know about that. I think you're either humble bragging or you're selling yourself way, 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 way short. And
Yeah, I
I
don't
know
know.
you're not necessarily 6'4" like Vader is.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I don't
because
know.
yeah,
I'm just curious about all of that, but I'm looking forward to that. If you are in the Lancaster area and you can get tickets to go see. Me and Ken saw them live.
they
I've
were
been to
fantastic.
2 or 3 of their concerts in Lidditz. And the venue is nice, you know. I had already bought my tickets, so
Yeah, so it's definitely an event worth going to.
yeah.
Um, you get Star Wars theme, so there's that draw.
Yep.
Then there's the draw of John Williams music, and
Yep.
on top of that, it's hard driving John Williams music like you don't often hear.
And they do the new Superman theme, you
Jurassic
know.
Park. I mean, they do a lot
Yeah.
of other John Williams stuff.
Yeah.
And it's, it's a show meant to be fun.
Oh, yes. You
It's
could
to be
tell every
proud
one of
of.
them is
Yeah,
they are having almost too much fun at work, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, well
So
they'll play Lidditz all the time because they're associated with that venue and a bunch of them live in the area. So I think you'll always get a Lidditz tour for our Lidditz.
a stop on the tour.
Yeah, yeah. I think you don't have to worry about that. They'll always be there.
The one thing that I want to see if we can make happen this time versus the last time is to um, get a picture with some of the guys from the band either before the show in their costumes
Well,
or
we are Ken because we are. I mean, hang on. Let me read. I don't think I read. I don't think I read the. I don't know if I can get it. Pull it up on here. Let me see. Here we go. Hang on. So here's. I'm just going to paraphrase because I don't want to read everything that they said.
sure.
But um, let's see. We are trying to give a convention vibes. That's what we're there for, right? And we'd love to have Star Wars cosplayers. They want to give us VIP photo ops and possible stage cameos during our set.
See now, I don't think I picked up on that part, either of
No, I
those.
didn't tell you guys that. I was trying to keep some of it, you know.
Okay, so I apologize for ruining the surprise.
No, you know, I didn't want you to be too surprised, you know, but yeah, so I think we're going to have a blast. You know, I'm super excited.
Yeah, so it's not even happening. Look at this. Can you see this? Those
You
are
got good.
goosebumps.
Good.
Like,
There you go,
those are
Ken.
that's so cool. Come on. You're luck. Come on.
I was
Oh
telling some of my
God.
students, and I don't think they understood how excited I was about it. So,
Come on.
you know,
You no way.
and we get to meet
And
Spartan.
here I was gonna give you grief because I told you about this thing, and you're like, nah, I'm not gonna go. Go to the concert later that night. Not oh my goodness.
So, yeah. So,
Sometimes even the what's that phrase? Every dog has its day. This could be my day.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is so cool.
It's gonna be a good day. I mean, like I said, I thought I was gonna troop a comic book show. I might look and see if I can do a quick comic thing, but it depends. I'm taking my on top of this coming Monday, I'm taking my sand trooper into school because one of the science classes they did an escape room science lesson, and I think it was Star Wars themed. I don't know, but they're submitting some kind of video to a Baltimore news channel, and
That's really cool.
it's gonna be played on May the 4th. So they said, "Hey, Mr. Hinton, will you bring your Star Wars mask in. I was like, okay. And then the teacher said,
Your
can you dress
mask
in
with
costume? So I was
which
like,
one
yeah,
of the 60?
yeah. I'm just going to bring. She wants it in costume, like So
Yeah,
I will
that's very cool. So
deck
there's
out
a
in my Sandra.
possibility. So the con Galacticon is May 2nd, correct?
Yes, yes,
May 3rd, we can just dress up. It's getting close. May 4th, I'm going to be in costume for work.
right.
May 5th, there's something else going on related to Star Wars. I can't remember what it is. And then May 6th, tickets go on sale for Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, that's a stressor in my brain right now because I'm like, I'm trying to think where I'm going to be at and
Yeah.
what I'm going to have to do. So,
Yes.
because I think the last time it was in LA, they sold out in 4 hours. The
I think it
the
was faster than that.
the
At least the 4-day ticket pack that sold out very, very, very quickly.
yeah.
And I was trying to figure out if I had enough plasma to sell, so I could get the Jedi package, which I think was it $1,200.
Yeah, for two of you, yeah, yeah.
No, for one person is $1,200.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What's the VIP one then?
that's the one. That's the Jedi
No,
VIP
I
one.
don't think it's that much.
I think it is
Hang on.
because 4-day tickets were less expensive than I thought they were. They're only like $260 or something.
Yeah, they're about the same as what they've been. They're about the same.
But the Jedi package where you get access to all the panels, you get a backpack, a tote, or a lanyard, a
Yeah,
pin.
here we go. Jedi Master VIP, 12/10/99.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
12 that's for one person.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
12/10/99.
Yeah.
So,
And I don't have enough plasma to sell to get $1,291. At least not
yeah.
by May 6th.
Yeah. Well, you can put in for a press pass too.
I'm thinking about putting in a couple panel proposals this year.
Yeah, I'm putting in for. We're going to do a 501st panel. Try to do 501st panel. I am pretty sure Zoe will get a panel because the gentleman that runs the panel likes her panels. So, and I will put in for the inflatable Falcon one as well. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna twist Todd's arm to see if he's willing to submit a proposal for bounty hunting across the galaxy.
did you get your room already?
No, we were
I
thinking
got
about
my-
just living on the beach.
I got my room already. So it's not in Anaheim this year. So there's not as many. I felt like there was more hotels closer by in Anaheim than in LA.
Yeah, I don't know the neighborhood.
Affordable. There's tons of hotels, but yeah. So we got celebration. We have Monday, May the 4th. I was going to go do E-Town. Not a troop. They just have all downtown Elizabethtown. I was going to do that, but Zoe got me and Safi tickets to go see the Mando Grogu 25 minutes sneak preview at King of Prussia, where you and I went for the other.
That's
So
very cool.
I tried to get more as soon as I realized, but it was like all of Pennsylvania was sold out, because it was only happening in 2 places. I don't know if it's happening in New Jersey or not.
I think it's happening in Cherry Hill and one other place, Paramus.
Are they sold out?
Haven't checked,
No, okay.
but I'm gonna guess as I'm talking right now, they are.
Probably are.
Knowing the way that things go.
That just means that Monday is going to be drive like a maniac to get home and drive like a maniac to King of Prussia. Because, it's that whole, it's the same thing we got from ours. It's you're not guaranteed a seat. Be there early,
Be there 15 to 30 minutes at a time.
Yeah, I'm going to be there an hour.
May the 4th is the final 2 episodes of Shadow Lord.
Yeah, Shadow Lord. Yeah, so that's a big, and then that just brings us right into Mando Grogu season.
Yeah, and I think yes.
I mean, the stuff I see coming out, the popcorn buckets.
Yeah, so this brings us right back to that pin that I placed in this before. So do you remember way back during the Super Bowl and there was that brief commercial
Yes.
and people were saying, "Oh, Star Wars is doing it wrong. They're not merchandising this. They're not marketing this. They don't care. They don't believe in it or whatever."
Right, right.
Have you seen the notifications? Have you seen the announcements about all of the tie-ins that are coming for this movie?
I know. Well, have you
I
seen the
think
Burger King line of stuff?
there's the Burger King line of stuff. They're bringing back the True Moo Blue Milk. Um, there's the Burger King. Walmart is going to be selling its own popcorn bucket.
Yeah, that you can
I
bring in. That's a weird thing too. Yeah.
That one when I first saw it, I thought it looked like one of those little bedroom garbage cans. It was so big.
Yeah.
And then there, to your point with the popcorn buckets, I think there's at least 6 different ones that are available, not counting the Walmart one.
Right. Well, then I think AMC has exclusives,
Okay,
and I don't know if Cineplex is one that
Cinemark,
used or Cinemark, and
Cinemark has an exclusive, and Regal I think has an exclusive.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of all the popcorn buckets, but I can't. I can't pull up one. But yeah, there is some. Well, there's a helmet, like we said. There's the typical helmet. There's the tin with the keychain. There's the Mando and Grogu like bust. There's Grogu hanging out like in his little speeder that you put popcorn in. There's an AT-AT
Brand, yep.
popcorn bucket. There's the 32-ounce Mando cup that looks like his helmet. It's all shiny
Mhm.
silver.
Well, there's the popcorn bucket that's in the shape of the AT-AT,
Yeah, yeah,
complete
that's
with a miniature Din Djarin hanging on the side.
yeah, yeah.
There's
There's a
a
lot.
popcorn bucket with Grogu at the top of it, looking over it, plus the
Yeah.
other one from Walmart. So yeah, the popcorn bucket thing has become huge and unexpectedly huge, I think.
Well, the winning popcorn buckets, as much as I wish I could give my winning 2026 popcorn bucket award to Mando, I think He-Man wins that.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing about the AT-AT one.
Yeah, I
It looks
don't
cool, but
have
where
the
do you
room.
put it? Like, 'cause I think the thing is like, what is it, 22 inches tall or something like that?
Yeah, I still have from the previous run of movies and Han Solo and stuff and Disney, I probably have 30 plus popcorn buckets. I cannot take any more.
Yeah, I don't have 30, but I definitely have more than 10
Yeah.
because I
Well,
have
I
some
just
of
have a
those.
lot of those metal ones.
Yeah, the
Like
embossed ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they
I
look
don't mean
cool with
just Star Wars ones. I mean total, if you count all of the buckets.
yeah, I have like I have a Spider-Man one and yeah, the AT-AT is always a good buy. But yeah, that AT-AT one is really it's nice. The bust up of Mando is nice too with Grogu over his shoulder. That one's pretty cool.
See, I think the AT-AT would have made a better candy holder and or like nacho holder, not
Yeah.
necessarily popcorn, but
Well, that's where I said the He-Man. I think He-Man takes the cake though, because they have the Castle Grayskull, which is a popcorn, candy, and drink holder, and then you
it's like
have
you put it on your lap. It's huge.
right, and then you have He-Man's sword
The
is the
32
drink.
ounces.
Like, yeah, like that. That's that's the
Yeah,
best right
who's gonna
there.
be sitting in the theater, sipping out,
You're just going to see these
out
big
of a,
swords swinging up.
sitting, sipping out of a sword?
Yeah. So no, I mean I'm glad they do, like it is nice. I mean, to it does get excitement. I mean, it probably gets buyer's remorse for a lot of people after they leave, and you're like, why did the movie cost me $150? But
Oh, it'd be more than that, I think.
yeah, well, that's
Here's
true.
the other
Depending on
part
how many
too.
people you have too.
Oh goodness, yeah. Like, okay, you're getting a popcorn bucket, you're getting the cup, but you're not both getting both.
I think my favorite though, like if someone said I had to buy one or I'd lose my Star Wars card, I do like the shiny 32-ounce helmet soda. It's just that shiny silver.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm definitely partial to shiny Beskar. That's for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, I really think that was pretty cool. So, um,
Yeah, I think I would get the one with Mando and Grogu on his shoulder, or
yeah,
the one from Walmart because it's got Grogu and I think a couple Anzellans climbing up the side.
yeah, yeah,
I think after the movie comes out, and it doesn't have to be that week, but sometime in May, we should put out a call for folks to share photographs um, of their popcorn bucket purchases.
Oh, nice. Oh, coach is all ready to go. Yeah, I think Zoe has her like ticket and then backup ticket in case and then because she's probably going to troop with the Mercs out there. So, um,
Yeah, we have a troop plan for May 23rd. Todd and I are going to go to the drive-in theater in Pennsylvania, Shankweiler's, if I'm pronouncing it right.
yeah, I would highly recommend that. What day of the week is that?
Saturday,
Okay,
Saturday, May 23rd.
I might have to look into that because I'm telling you that is a fun troop. Because then you're all done, you suit down, sit in front of your car, and watch the movie. So.
I think it'd be even fun to troop during the movie. I think that would be fun, especially at
Yeah,
a
but
drive-in.
people aren't going to buy like it's like when we were doing Solo, we thought we were going to do that, and like once the movie started, people didn't care less if we were
Oh,
there.
really? Okay.
Yeah, that was
Well, the best part is now that I have a loincloth instead of a cod piece, I can just sit down. I don't have to worry about
yeah,
taking my suit off.
yeah, yeah. I gotta look at the movies and stuff like that. I haven't looked that far ahead. It's just this time of year, it's hard for me to. I just gotta constant. It's like a week by week thing for me at work. So, um,
It's amazing that the tickets are already on sale.
I know, right? Yeah, are they? Is it just the Mando Mercs for that drive-in?
I think they reached out to the Mando merch for the invasion, but I don't know if it's been
Okay.
cascaded to the other groups.
Yeah, I haven't. I just haven't looked at ours because it's most of the Pennsylvania groups share theirs, but I know sometimes it does if they have limited space. Um, I don't the movies. What's funny with the movie places is until they have us, they don't understand. Like Penn Cinema was kind of iffy. So the first time we ever trooped at Penn Cinema was I called them and said I'd like to just show up in armor for the last showing or the first showing of something. I forget what it was. And then once we did that, they were calling us for all the showings.
Oh, that's cool.
So, um, yeah, I mean, because it's just like I know the solo. I know for the solo movie at Penn Cinema, Zoe and Caden did a live broadcast from the lobby for Caden's and Zoe's podcast or something like that.
Nice.
So
We should just make arrangements, not necessarily opening weekend, but make arrangements where you, me, and Todd get together to see a viewing of it, and then do a recording afterwards.
oh yeah, yeah. Go to a diner, man. That's why I like Penn Cinema. There's a 24-hour diner like right down the road, and me and Zoe would just go there and. Or the only thing I could really eat on the menu was like toast and fries, but we would just order some food and just sit and, we'd put the Zoom recorder in the middle of the table back in the days of non-video podcasting. So, but yeah, it should be fun. And then the other Star Wars news today is for anyone that knows me, hopefully they've watched our Star Wars story, Zoe's edition. Her episode came out 6 years ago today.
Very cool.
And I can't believe from the beginning of March until April 22nd, I kept my mouth shut about it. Like I had tons of pictures and I just kept my mouth shut till it came out. So, but yeah, it came out 6 years ago today. So.
Yeah, I've also got my fingers crossed for the Mandalorian Grogu. I put my hat in the ring to be selected to be one of the Mandalorian mercs that gets to go to the production set in California.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So
Where was that on the boards?
It was just in the Mando forums.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're gonna announce the I think it's 5 or 6 people that they're selecting. They're gonna announce that tomorrow.
Oh yeah. When was the deadline for that?
I think the 21st.
Oh, cool. Hopefully Zoe signed up for it, but who knows? You never know. Because I know a lot of people got to go to the production set. A lot of the people I follow got to go to the set, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, because it seems like they had waves go through. There's a whole
Yeah.
bunch
Yeah.
of podcasters and Instagrammers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I thought that
were
was
able to
pretty
go.
cool. When is this happening? What are we at? What did we miss? We missed one of Todd's questions. When is what
I think he was,
happening, Todd?
I think he was just talking about when the three of us are going to get together.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah.
For
I
the
don't know what
debrief.
I picture Mando Grogu is going to be one of those long-lived films. I think He-Man. We have a good summer of films because we have
Yeah,
Mando Grogu.
Mortal Kombat.
I don't really know anything about Mortal Kombat, but Mortal Kombat. We have
Devil Wears
He-Man,
Prada.
huh?
Devil Wears
Supergirl.
Prada.
What one?
Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, that comes out May 1st.
Yeah. See, you know.
I knew that one. I'm married. I know.
Yeah, Supergirl comes out this summer.
Yeah. We got to figure out a time for that. It's just May. Like I have in May, I have all this, and then also Zoe or Safi graduates from college too. So it's like May is a busy month.
Has she decided what she wants to do to celebrate yet?
She's supposed to go out to dinner. So, oh yeah,
Okay.
Spider-Man too. Yeah. Coach He-Man again. I was not a big He-Man fan growing up. My younger cousin was, but I watched them all because they were on when I got home from school and I was getting ready for work. So when I was just like milling around waiting until I had to leave for work, I just watched He-Man all the time. It was that time of day. So, and so yeah, the He-Man stuff is they had a good He-Man game for Mattel in television back in the 80s. It was that was one of the better games for in television. So, and did you remember you might be too young, Ken. They used to have those giant He-Man displays in Sears and Penny's.
Oh,
It was like
goodness.
it was like a lucite case with like them all just standing there. And my grandmother used to just leave us in the toy store, or I was like looking at my D&D and the Star Wars stuff. I'd be like, I was always fascinated by those guys.
It seems like that very thing has gone out of style so much with the sales displays. Now it's they do an end cap or whatever with
Yeah, I think
cardboard
Lego
stuff.
still does it
In some places, but not
Yeah.
not all places.
Well, I think what it is now, it's probably like anything else where the stores probably have to buy them. Where in the past, I think the companies were like, "Here, put this. You spent X amount of dollars." Because I remember even when I had my comic book store in the 90s, they had really cool displays, but you had to buy every single one. It didn't matter how much you spent. Like if you wanted,
Oh, really?
I remember there was a Wolverine. It was the drawing of Wolverine from Wolverine 1 in his blue costume and the cross hash across his eyes with his fists out, and it was just a plastic dangler that hung on the ceiling. It was like $35 in 1993 money, no matter how much you spent. So that was I think a lot of that is the stores have to pay, and they're just that's I don't think shopping is what it used to be.
The real question, Todd, is did you see the He-Man She-Ra Christmas special? Because if not, you're a fake He-Man fan.
Well, I like the original He-Man comic books. They had He-Man and Skeletor had to put their sword together to open Grayskull. Remember, they each had a sword, and they were basically one had a slit and one had one had a raised part, and one had a groove, and they went together, and that's what was supposed to open Grayskull in the comic book. So that was my I did read the comic books that came in the figures because my cousin had them, and I would like read the little kind of comic books.
Yeah, it was like what 10 or 15 pages or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of it's a good time to be a nerd, with all the stuff coming out.
Yeah. And are you caught up on on Maul, the current
I am
stuff?
caught up on Maul. Yeah. So if you're not caught up on Maul, then don't listen. But yeah, I thought it was really good. I mean, it took a turn, pretty quick, you know. The like what's his name's a fugitive now, our first cop in, you know, and the boots guy has to take his boots off, the
The things just got real fast.
yeah, yeah. And
So
his son's somehow thrown into the mix.
yeah, because he's hanging out with a fugitive.
Yeah.
So we're now 6 episodes in, so 60% of this season is through. Has anything jumped out at you that is worthy of making a costume of in your mind?
Yeah, I like the police uniforms, but they do remind me a little bit of the Andor cop uniforms.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, the
The blue and gold.
yeah. I did like yeah, I liked Mark in action. I liked seeing him. Uh I liked his lightsaber sitting across his shoulders and stuff like that. I did like was just way more. I watched him more than in this than I did Ahsoka. Like Ahsoka, I don't feel like I paid attention to him enough.
Yeah, he wasn't in it. He wasn't in it that much.
Oh, Vader or Palps? I don't know. I see. I've always pictured the Inquisitors bypassing Vader.
No, Vader was responsible for training them. He
Yeah, but
was
I
responsible for
always,
giving them their missions.
yeah, yeah. I always pictured. Yeah, I guess I just pictured them more like the Emperor just kind of kept them to keep Vader on his toes. You
Well,
know?
the Emperor made Vader in charge of them. It was almost like a torture for Vader because
Yeah,
Vader didn't like the idea of it, but he was told to do it by Palpatine,
yeah,
and by not doing it, he's defying his master.
yeah.
And by doing it, he's also um, acknowledging that he's not the most powerful one, and he's got. So I think this is just my, as we go all the way to the very end of the last episode, um, I think I think the Inquisitor is talking to Lord Vader. If I
Okay.
was to guess,
Oh, okay. There we go. Coruscant Underworld, please. That's cool. Yeah, I liked this. I did like that we saw the gunships, the clone gunships. That they were driving. They're
yeah,
flying.
they've been modified though, because
Yeah.
I thought the gunships had little bubble turrets on them, and these are just meant to be strictly
I
not
think
strictly, but mostly transport.
in the cartoon they took the bubble turrets off.
Oh,
In the movie they had those big bubbles with the guys inside, and in the cartoon, both either the micro thing and they took those ball turrets off, most of them. So yeah, it was kind of cool to see that. Um, I mean the train battle was awesome. I was like, I was waiting for him to cut the pin. I was like, cut the pin, you know. And it was neat to see Maul playing with that girl's emotions. You know what I mean? Like he saved her basically, and then just so
he saved her, but he didn't save her for her.
no, right,
That's
right.
the
It was. I
thing.
mean,
That's
it's a power play, but um, yeah,
Yeah, very much so. And to me, it's curious. So you in one of the episodes, it might have been the first or second, maybe the first, where Maul says to Devin something to the effect of, "You've been indoctrinated since you were a child," which is wildly ironic considering that Maul was trained by Palpatine, tortured from
yeah.
childhood to become this tool of the Sith, and he's saying to her, "Oh, you've been indoctrinated."
Well, I took it as he had broken his indoctrination. I was when I heard him saying that, I thought the same thing you were saying, but I was like, is he saying he's telling her he's strong enough to break his indoctrination so he can help her break her indoctrination?
But in many ways, he hasn't broken the indoctrination.
No, I don't think he has, but I think he thinks he has. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could. He is
that
delusional, that's for sure.
yeah, that's the way I took it. But yeah, that was cool. I mean, and I liked, you know what I liked? The effect of when Maul was talking at the end with those lights going over his head. It was like strobe lights. It was almost like he was a godlike figure, with the lights coming.
Yeah, like surrounded by halos or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was. I'm surprised that the Jedi Master is still alive. I figured he was going to get killed early.
Yeah, I think they're gonna take that to the very, very end, and
Yeah,
you know, I don't think it's gonna go well for him.
yeah,
Um, I wish they would do so. A few years ago, um, they created these postcards like this one right here.
yeah.
It's a whole set of postcards, and it's just one scene from the movies. And then they had a whole entire book called Frames, where
Oh
they
yeah,
took
yeah,
just scenes of the movies, and George described why he thought that scene or that image was so important or whatever. I wish they would do that sort of thing with the other stuff, including Maul, because
yeah,
the artist style for Maul is like nothing we've seen yet, and some of the moments are absolutely positively gorgeous.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree.
So like that scene that you're talking about, where you got Maul on the train and those lights from the tunnel are just going over his head. You snap that image at just the right spot where those streaks are going over, and it does make it look like a halo or beams of light in those old Renaissance paintings or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous, in ways that we haven't seen before.
yeah. I mean, it's a good show. I mean, and we get the last Star Wars Insider here soon, don't we?
Yeah, May. I
Yeah.
think it actually comes out May 4th, I think is what they're saying, the book stand or whatever.
Yeah, so I'll probably get mine soon because I had to extend my um I had to extend my subscription by two episodes, two issues to get the last issue. So
Pardon me for a moment. I'll be right back.
yeah, but yeah, so we have anyone that's in the Lancaster area. There's free comic book days at all the things. There's no Star Wars comics this one, but yeah, I'll miss Star Wars Insider. I've collected it pretty. I would say I collected 90% of them since it came out. And every couple years, for a while back, I would like trade old issues and stuff. I wish I would have kept some of them. But my girls have been in three issues, so that's kind of cool. Um, that's it's so it kind of gets near and dear to me. Like I said today, if you haven't watched it, go over to Our Star Wars Stories and watch my daughter's episode. It always still makes me cry even 6 years later. Um, but that's today, 2022. Um, but the
Sorry about that. I was about to have
that's
a coughing fit. You can actually get many of the Star Wars Insiders, the electronic versions of them still. They're
yeah,
out there,
yeah,
poking
yeah,
around on the internet.
yeah. I forget the company because I subscribed for Zoe wanted them
Is it
like
Titan?
no Titan. There's another you can't get the digital. You used to be able to get the digital copy from Titan, but I forget the company I had to subscribe to digital copies through
Okay.
and you could get back issues. I got those for Zoe at one point. She was not as much into the big media as that. So
One of the things I love about those magazines that I'm definitely going to miss them was all of the different ads for the stuff.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there isn't any other like
There isn't any
magazine,
yet. Now,
not
I will tell you
official.
that the Bando Mercs have that digital magazine, which is kind of cool.
Kildaba, yeah,
Yeah.
the
I mean,
Battle Cry.
it I really like that. And I looked into um like Adobe has the software to build a digital magazine if someone would want to. Um, so there's years ago, Mac was called iBook, and you could build um, digital magazines
Oh,
on a Mac.
cool.
I don't think that software is supported anymore, but it was kind of cool because you could build them multi-dimensional. So you could turn pages, like a PowerPoint, but then like you could have, like, say you had a picture of Darth Vader and a stormtrooper, someone could click on the stormtrooper and then the pages would go down, like it almost looked like a Scrabble board, how you could connect the pages
Oh, that's
with all
very
the,
cool.
and it was pretty. I made one years ago with the girls with their Jawa costumes. That's how long ago it was. So that was in 2000, like 7 or 8 or something like that. Um, when I made it, it's long gone, but it was pretty cool. I'm sure a magazine will come up in its place. There'll be something. Someone will come up with one. There's a lot of, it's just, I think print media and stuff like that. It's just things have to be restructured too. But the ads were really cool. I liked some of the stories. Like there's a lot of High Republic stories you can only get in the Insider magazine.
Hmm.
Now I think Titan is going to reprint a lot of those in bound versions.
Yeah,
Like,
what they often do too is um, they'll be thematic. So they might do one that's all light side stories and all dark side stories,
yeah.
or the best of the bounty hunters, or whatever.
But
And I
remember
don't
there
think that there's any other mass media magazine like Star Wars Insider.
yeah, because I mean at one point we had Star Wars Galaxies, which was a really cool magazine. It
And
was
that one
put out.
wasn't that mostly about the role playing games?
No, that was Tops. Star Wars Galaxies was put out, or it might not have been. It was put out by Tops, like the card company. It wasn't. It was about like it had a lot of card stuff, but it was just a little, and it was like it wasn't a full magazine. It was like comic book size magazine. And then you had the Star Wars role playing magazine that you remember you said you sent and got a copy of that.
Yeah.
Well, I forget what that one was called, but that one was a good um
I thought.
yeah, what's it
Oh
called,
no,
Ken?
this is Galaxy.
Oh, that's Galaxy. Yeah, that's Galaxy. Yeah, Star Wars Galaxy. That's like I think that's Tops or mainly Tops, if I
Yeah,
remember.
you're right. It's a little. Hold on one second. Yeah, down here.
Yeah,
Galaxy Tops.
yeah. And
There
and then I
wasn't. You're right. There is another one that they.
yeah, the one with that was the game one. That was a good one. So I'm sure someone will come up with something um that'll replace it. I mean, because it was still selling. Like if you went to Barnes and Noble, if you didn't subscribe to it, now I don't know what their subscription numbers were, but if you went to a store that sold the physical copies, they were always sold out. So um I don't understand how print media works and what how many they have to sell to make it profitable and all that kind of stuff. That's a question for another person, but um I'm sure someone will come up with, or they could just come out with special. Disney owns a lot of print houses, so we could get like a quarterly something special, or a bound thing. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, yeah, that's what Ken's talking about. The Mando Mercs is going to send some people there. So
Is Unlimited the card trading game, or the trading card game, like Magic or something?
yeah, I can't keep up with those. But yeah, yeah. I mean, they have a lot. I wouldn't be surprised. It's just I think right now, um, it's just they have to decide if people want to print media is what I'm probably guessing. Because that's probably an age thing. Like they probably looked at, well, maybe we're not selling as many of these paper copies as we used to. But who
Yeah,
knows?
and maybe like with those ads that we were talking about, people probably aren't buying print ads either.
Right, right.
So
But you never. I mean, things change. I mean, you have people are going back to the malls. People are buying vinyl records. So you never know what's going to hit hit the psyche of the Star Wars fan. Um, oh yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, well, there's plenty of Star Wars stuff coming out, so there'll be probably something that somebody prints. But I am going to miss. I'd like to. I hope they eventually come out with like books of the covers of Star Wars Insider, because I always like the covers. You know the
Well, I wouldn't. No, I guess I wouldn't be sure. I would like you were saying, the books of the covers, um, just like they did the art of books or the making of books.
yeah.
You know, who's to say at some point they're not going to do some sort of historical kind of review of Star Wars Insider? Because Star Wars Insider didn't start off as Star Wars Insider.
Right. It was a
It
fan
started,
club.
yeah, started off as a fan club, and it grew from there. It wasn't until I think the 90s when its name changed to the Star Wars Insider.
Because it used to have an insert called Bantha Tracks or Bantha, and that was where you could buy stuff. It was like
Yeah,
a inside
like a trading
magazine.
post almost, right?
Huh? Yeah.
Like a trading post almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
so
you
they
know,
put some amazing covers. You know, not just the ones that are photographic from the movies or whatever, but some really nice art pieces from
well,
there. And like you were saying, the stories that are in there that aren't anywhere else.
and I want to say in the last 10 years or so, they had sometimes up to 3 different covers, because you
Oh yeah,
had subscription cover, you
yep,
had newsstand cover, and comic book store exclusive cover.
yep.
So you could get 3 covers out of, and there was a few times I went and bought all 3 just because I liked them.
You
You
know
know
who probably has a lot of the magazines?
who?
Steve Sansweet,
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Rancho Obi-Wan, like all those variant covers and stuff like that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's the end of an era. So you know we'll we'll see what happens with all the Star Wars goodies and stuff like that.
I'm surprised from a timing perspective that Maul came first, then Mandalorian and Grogu, but the Mandalorian and Grogu toys came out first, and the Maul toys aren't going to be coming out until the summer.
Yeah, I don't think they have. Since the Clone Wars, I don't think they have the toy timing. I don't know toys as well as you do, but it does seem like I just remember the Clone Wars. You'd see an episode and you could go the next day and you could buy, you know, Goldie the R2, or you could just buy packs of whatever was just on the last show. So
Yeah,
I don't know if those days will ever happen, which is which you would think nowadays it could happen even better and quicker, but you know,
and I
yeah,
think they've gotten away from, those background characters, the screen filler characters, and now they're just focusing on the main ones.
yeah,
Like I can't imagine that they're going to have um, not Lawson's partner, Two Boots, but the other police officer, the
oh
young
yeah,
blonde guy.
yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
they're going to make an action figure of him,
yeah,
and I don't think they're going to make an action figure of the casino owner or her little droid that was serving drinks.
right.
You know,
Well, until kids start playing with action figures again, I think that's just how it's going to be. You know, that's the joy. But I do hope you get picked to go see the set. That would be awesome.
I think I would possibly lose my mind.
Yeah.
I'm concerned for my sanity if I'm one of the 5 people that is selected. I mean, I wrote a very brief thing, saying why I want to go and things like that. So we'll see how it happens. But
Yeah,
um,
coach. I see. I don't know the price of figures because I don't. I tapped out of the figure market a while ago. So
yeah, and those are the individual prices. Now
yeah,
they're also doing like 2 packs and so on, and those can be as much as $55 to $65 depending on the little bitty accessories. And they're also doing one of the things that you're not necessarily a fan of, where they take the figure and they either paint the figure to look like Dracula, or they're giving it, like there's a stormtrooper that's coming out on May 4th,
yeah. I don't
and it
like
has a
those.
May the 4th T-shirt on.
Yeah, I don't like those. I'd like the gingerbread AT-AT though, that I saw some people printing in the art and the stuff like that. But I mean, if I had unlimited money and unlimited space, figures, I would probably get into the figures. But like I'm at the point now where I just want to fill it with stuff I can wear. I do like the toy box figures that Disney made for a while. Like I have the toy box Mandu Grogu. I have the toy box Jango Fett, the toy box Boba Fett. I always like those. They appealed to me and stuff. But and I see some of the figures, but I'd rather have helmets. I need more helmets. Give me more helmets.
Well, they've got more helmets coming out.
I know.
They've
Well, you know
got
what I need is I missed the Bo-Katan. I need a Black Series Bo-Katan helmet somewhere someday. I just
so
I have a
GameStop.
yeah,
GameStop probably still has them.
they don't, it doesn't show up on their page. I looked.
No,
I
you have to.
turned
I said go to the stores.
Oh yeah,
All of them.
I'll have to check it out.
But they're coming out with another clone trooper helmet
Oh,
for
really? Who?
the Wolf Pack.
Oh, nice.
They're going to have some more lightsabers available at Galaxy's Edge.
I saw that. That's
Um,
pretty cool.
What's the other thing that I saw that's also coming out soon? Maybe those are the big ones. I can't even imagine what next Lego sets are on the horizon.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do like the Lego sets, but again, that comes down to space. Oh yeah, big. Yeah, I'm looking for a Bo-Katan that I can beat up. That's my problem. I turned one. I passed one up for $40, and I could kick myself. Because I just
You know what I don't have that's Black Series, and
what
this may surprise you. I don't have any version of Din Djarin
really.
Black Series helmet. Not a single one.
That's a nice helmet. That's
Yeah.
that's what kind of got me hooked on the Black Series was the Din Djarin helmet. And
And
I
I don't
did
have the prototype Boba Fett either.
I have the prototype. I do have the prototype one, and I have the beat up Boba Fett. I didn't get the repaint Boba Fett, which I wish I would have got that. But I have at least I have my I have my rubies that I repainted, which I think came out pretty good. So
Repainted Django.
no, I don't. I repainted the rubies Boba Fett.
Okay.
You saw it before, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the one
Yeah,
that
yes, I
someone
did.
put a piece of. They filled
That's right.
the dent with Bondo,
Yeah,
and I had
that's
to
right.
strip it. I stripped it down.
That's
So
right.
yeah, that one came out. That's the repaint. That's pretty nice. I have enough of that paint. I could paint like 50 Boba Fett helmets because when I bought the paint, no one had it, so I had to order it from Oregon. I ordered the paint without the cap. What's that called?
Gold.
Gold. Yeah, gold Montana gold.
Montana Gold. That's what.
So I had to order a case of that weird blue that's just on the back panel. But I was like, I just need it. I need one can, and they're like, we'll give you a whole case of 5 a can. I was like, okay, I'll take it. So yeah, the Black Series have come a long way. Like the Stormtrooper, I have the red, the Coruscant Stormtrooper. I'm not a super fan of the Stormtrooper ones because I feel like it lists a little bit, but the and all the Mandalorian helmets they make are just nice. Like they're just
Oh, and I don't have the extra ones like the Axe Wolves or
yeah. I have the
um,
generic not Axe Wolves. I got that one I think at like a Ross for like $40 or something like
oh,
that.
okay.
And the Stranger, yeah, you have the Stranger behind you, Ken, right?
Yep.
That's a good one too.
That's Black Series Stranger. This is Black Series Kylo. And then hello. I broke it.
I lost my Kylo. Where's my Kylo at? Uh-oh, Ken, you knocked your camera out.
I did. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I have yeah, I don't have I have the Dave Filoni helmet too. The
Pepper Wolf?
Stormtrooper. Huh? I still can't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a good idea. I the Stormtrooper one, I was in a group and guys were trying to like make them 501st compliant, and I tried to explain to a couple of them, you're spending way more money than you could just buy a nice vac mold.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, well, you putty this in, and it's still not going to look right after you do all of that.
Well,
So
the other thing too, for me, with the Black Series ones, and this is gonna sound lame, I apologize ahead of time, but those could be collector's items at some point, and now you're modifying it. When, to your point, you can get a vac formed one, or even a resin printed or a
yeah,
resin cast one.
yeah,
Do all that you want to it, and you know, have it done right the first time instead of having to do all this rework or whatever.
right. Well, again, that's when the Clone Wars cartoon first came out, when those Hasbro buckets came out, there was a bunch of guys that were trying to convert those so they would look right with their armor. And so people were buying, like, I think they were like $60 or something, $59 or something like that when they first came out. And they were spending all this ridiculous money, well over $100, when they could have got, a really nice resin cast one for $150 and painted it up. So yeah, you have to be. That's again. So we talked a little bit about CRLs on 501st cast, but that's again where, like, CRLs, and even if you don't want to join any of the costuming groups, man, reach out to them before you. It'll just save you money. Like, just they'll
Well, in
help
some
you.
ways, it'll save you time
Oh
too,
yeah,
because let's say you do decide to buy one from someone, you don't necessarily want to just buy from anyone, because
yep,
I mean no disrespect by what I'm about to say. Sometimes the vendors that you see online can't be trusted or shouldn't
right,
be trusted, and so you give your money to this person, and you never see that money back, and you don't get the thing you want.
right. Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, everyone has limited amount of cash, whatever, but the the due diligence ahead of time, that you doing your costume now, that you're studying, that helps you in the long run,
yep.
the beforehand. So, well, Ken, I think we got a good bit of info out in this hour and
Yes,
16.
sir. And it's super exciting right now. We're in
Yeah,
an
yeah,
incredible time. We got a lot of fun things on the horizon.
yeah.
Um,
Well, and again, if anyone, we'll be on next week to talk too, but um I guess after next week we'll be right in the thick of it, with all of that. But just remember, coming up the first weekend in May is Free Comic Book Day. So wherever you're listening to, there's probably going to be troopers at a local comic book store. I recommend stop by and say hi to the troopers and the comic book store. They're one of the last few family-run mom and pop shops in the world. So check them out, and if you're in this area, think about going on May 2nd to the Galactic Empire concert,
the Galacticon.
Galacticon and concert. You can meet me and Ken and Spartan, and we didn't pay Marcus's commercial yet, so
We
we
should
can
have.
end with Marcus's commercial, because he'll be there too.
Yeah.
And let me pull up the graphic. Do I have his commercial? So, for those listening, I'm sorry, you're just going to hear some music and some sounds. But for those watching, again, thank you, everyone. We know Wednesday night is the middle of the week. We appreciate everyone that came on, and we will see you next week. Right, Ken? We got anything else to say?
May the force be with you.
May the force
See
be
you
with
soon.
you. Like, subscribe, and share, please.